£3 billion on housing asylum seekers. And I suppose a question many people will ask, and I'm sure you've heard this many times before, is as a country, can we afford it?
Well, we don't have another option. I mean, leaving people destitute on the street is also expensive in the end as well. What we have to ask ourselves with this is, out of those people who are being accommodated in hotels, for example, we know that there are 6,500 Syrians. What is the ultimate outcome for those Syrians from that process? We all know it. They're going to get refugee status. We're not sending anyone back to Syria for now. So why on earth are they in hotels, not allowed to work? Why on earth is the government incapable of processing their applications and granting them a humanitarian status so they can get on with their lives and get out of those hotels and we can stop paying for it? This is it was weaponized incompetence from the last government. This government, I can't understand. What is it that is stopping them from getting a grip on this situation?
Hey guys, the issue of immigration is back in the headlines with the usual rhetoric dominating the conversation. Instead of sensible solutions like creating safe routes for asylum seekers, we are hearing the same recycled talking points and cracking down on evil gangs and deterrence. Even the idea of cutting so-called pull factors like hotel accommodation is being floated again, with no real understanding of the broader situation. Thankfully, migration and refugee advocate Zoe Gardner stepped in during a Sky News segment to point out the obvious. This entire system is broken by design. As Zoe rightfully highlighted, the government is spending billions housing asylum seekers in hotels. The absurdity of the situation is underscored by the fact that many of these people, such as the thousands of Syrians currently in limbo, are almost guaranteed to receive refugee status eventually. Yet instead of fast-tracking their applications, allowing them to work and integrating them into society, the system leaves them stuck in expensive temporary accommodations. Why? It seems it's either pure incompetence or a deliberate political strategy. If it's incompetent, then the solution is straightforward. Hire more staff to process claims, ensure the Home Office has the resources it needs, and creates pathways for people to rebuild their lives. Not only would this save money, but it would also counter the tired right-wing narrative that asylum seekers are a burden. Allowing them to work would fill many of the job vacancies currently plaguing the economy. It's a win-win, but apparently too much common sense for those in charge. If, however, this is a political game, then it's even more sinister. Keeping immigration in the headlines benefits Nigel Farage and Reform UK far more than it helps the Conservatives. Farage can swoop in with his simplistic solutions, further splitting the right-wing vote and siphoning support from the Tories. Meanwhile, Labour seems relatively insulated from this issue for now, except in certain marginal seats. But here's the crux, the Achilles heel. People are dying in the English Channel, families are torn apart, and while politicians bicker and point fingers, lives are being lost unnecessarily. Creating safe routes would save lives and remove the need for dangerous crossings. Processing claims more efficiently would not only save taxpayers money, but also get people out of hotels and into jobs, addressing concerns about the cost and burden on public services. At the heart of this crisis is a moral failing. It's time for the government, any government, to stop playing games and start focusing on humane, practical solutions. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I've been Jake from Just Jake. I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.